Hi, first graders. Today we're going to be working on lesson 14-7. And today we're going to decide about choosing the defining attributes of 3D shapes. Today we'll talk about what makes 3D shapes themselves. If we take a look at the solve and share, our question is, are all three of these shapes, blue, green, and red, pictured here, considered cylinders? Explain why or why not. What do you think? Are all three of these shapes cylinders? Let's take a look at some examples. Carrie wrote, all the figures are cylinders. They have two faces that are circles. They do not have edges or vertices. So she believes that yes, all three are cylinders because of the two faces that are circles and no edges or vertices. Josh writes, all of the figures are a different color and a different size, so they are not all cylinders. What do you think? Who do you agree with? Did you select Carrie? If you did, you are correct. All of these shapes are cylinders because of their faces that are circles and no edges or vertices. Remember, just like when we worked with our 2D shapes, the color and size do not make a shape. Shapes can come in different sizes and different colors. Let's take a look at our visual learning. Are these all the same kind of 3D shape? How are these shapes alike? What do you notice about the blue, red, and green shapes? How are they alike or similar? They all have 6 faces, 8 vertices or corners, and 12 edges. How are these shapes different? They are different sizes and colors. They are also in different positions or facing different ways. We define 3D shapes by the shape and number of faces or flat surfaces, and by the number of edges and vertices. How can you define a rectangular prism? It is a shape that has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Are all of these shapes rectangular prisms? What do you think? Do they all have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges? Are they all rectangular prisms? Think your answer? Say your answer. Did you choose yes? Yes, they all have the traits needed for rectangular prisms. Why are these shapes not the same kind of shape? What do you notice that's different about these shapes? One shape has no flat surfaces, some have no vertices, and some have no edges. The flat surfaces on one shape are rectangles, and on another are circles. Color does not define the shape. So even though they are all green, they are not the same shape. Color does not define the shape. Just because shapes are the same size or color does not mean they are the same. These shapes are all green, but there's a rectangular prism, a sphere, and a cylinder. Color does not define shapes. What is each of these shapes? How do you know? What do you think? What's the name of this shape? Each of these shapes is a rectangular prism. All of the shapes have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Are all of the rectangular prisms facing the same way? No, they are not all facing the same way. Are all of the rectangular prisms the same size? What do you think? No, they are not all the same size. Does size or position determine if the shapes are rectangular prisms? Let's decide. Try it. All right. We're going to take a look at each of these groups of shapes, and I want you to decide if you think they are the same shape or different shape. So in box 1, I have 3 shapes: blue, green, and red. Are they the same shape or different shape? Think your answer. Say your answer. Did you choose same shape? Even though these are different colors and different sizes, they are the same shape. They are all rectangular prisms. Take a look at box 2. Are these the same shape or different shape? Think your answer. Say your answer. Did you select same shape? These are all cylinders because they have 2 flat surfaces that are circles. They have no vertices or edges. It doesn't matter that they are all purple. They could be different colors and they would still be cylinders. Color does not determine the shape. Take a look at box 3. Same shape or different shape? Think your answer. Say your answer. Did you choose different shape? Hope you weren't tricked. Even though they're all green, they are different shapes. We have a rectangular prism, a sphere, and a cylinder. The color does not make a shape. And our last box. Same shape or different shape? Think your answer. Say your answer. These are the same shape. While they are 3 different colors, they are all spheres. They are the same shape. Remember, color, size, and direction don't define a shape. Some things about these shapes are different, but they are all rectangular prisms. Let's go back now to our lesson. We'll continue on. Take a look at your Do You Understand box. Show me. Write 2 things that are true about all rectangular prisms. Write 2 things that do not define rectangular prisms. Let me just close out of our video so I can make sure that you're on the correct screen. Okay, so Back to our Do You Understand box, we want to know two things that are true about rectangular prisms. So we're thinking about these shapes here. So I know that rectangular prisms have 6 faces. They have 8 vertices. So these are two things that will always be true about rectangular prisms. If I want to think about what does not define rectangular prisms, I'm going to think about color and size. Do not define the shape. Remember, if you look even at the example here at the top, we have 3 different colors, blue, red, and green, and 3 different sizes. Color and size do not define the shape. Let's move on to our guided practice. We're going to be thinking about the shape that is pictured, and we want to find the words that have clues that are true for the shape, that will always be true for the shape. So number 1, we have a cone pictured. If we think about all cones are yellow? No, color doesn't matter. We could have a red cone or a blue cone. All cones have one vertex or one corner? Yes, this is true. We can find the vertex here at the tip of the cone. They have only one vertex. That's always going to be true. All cones are open shapes? No. When we think about solid shapes, we don't think about open shapes. All cones can roll? Yes. Because they have a circular bottom, they have no edges, they will be able to roll. We would be able to spin or roll our cone if we were playing with our shapes. Now it's your turn to try. You're going to think about what's true about cubes and cylinders. And then you're going to practice thinking about shapes that we can use for building or stacking. For number 4, and then you're going to work through your problem solving. Remember to think about what makes the shape. Think about the faces, the edges, and the vertices. Remember that color, size, and position do not matter. Good luck on your assignment. Thank you for listening, and tune back in tomorrow for more work with shapes. Have a great day.